You are a black man. If you are a black woman, I want you to come forward and listen to this teaching because I promise you, you're going to learn a lot. I want you to send this video to any black woman you know on earth. Tell the black woman that it is through her womb all human beings came into existence, including the Caucasoid people, the Europeans, the Australians, the Asiatic. All human beings on earth came from the womb of a black woman. A black woman who lived around 140,000 to 200,000 years ago. Even the name Europe was named after a black woman named Europa. The first people to live in Europe were black people, and the first gender to live in Europe were black women. If you meticulously study ancient European history, you will discover that the first people to inhabit the land we call Europe today were black women. And all human beings on earth came from the womb of a black woman. A black woman who lived around 140,000 to 200,000 years ago. In fact, the first Homo sapiens sapiens, which is the scientific name or the biological name for man, was a black woman. Her remains were discovered in Ethiopia and Tanzania, which is in East Africa. You see, I want you to understand that the black woman is very important to humanity. She is the mother of humanity. Her melanin contains 6 proton, 6 neutron, and 6 electron. She is the mother of the sun, and we are the children of the sun. We cannot be destroyed by the sun because we are protected by our melanin. Did you know that in Europe, the black woman was considered to be so beautiful that only rich and powerful white Europeans can have black women as their mistresses? As a consequence, all the French kings had black women regardless of who they married. In Italy, the Medici family, a powerful royal aristocratic family, all had black women as their mistresses. They believed that only through the black woman they can satisfy rich sexual desire. One of the richest members of the Medici family, who later became a pope in the Catholic Church, in the person of Pope Clement VIII, had a black son named Alessandro with a black slave woman. And when he became a pope of the Catholic Church, he made this black child the Duke of Florence in the year 1530. In France, most members of the Louis family had sexual affairs with black African women. It is very interesting to know that a powerful French king named Louis XIV of France had an affair with a black woman, to the point that he totally neglected his white queen named Maria Theresa. Out of envy and out of jealousy, in the year 1661, she revenged against her husband by having an affair with a black dwarf named Nabo, and had a black daughter from the affair, which they named Louis Maria. This is a history of the relevance of the black woman in Europe that has been untold for too long. Lovers of knowledge and people of the sun, there are some list of books that are very important that will help your mental reasoning when it comes to the history of the black man. One of these books is titled The African Origin of Civilization, Myth or Reality, written by Cheikh Anta Diop. Another is Black Women in Antiquity, written by Ivan van Satima. We have the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Now, the original name is the Egyptian Book of the Coming Forth by Day and by Night, and the Papyrus of Ani. We have another book that is very vital and very important, titled Stolen Legacy, written by George G.M. James in the year 1954. We have another important book titled The Destruction of Black Civilization, written by Chancellor Williams. We have The 16 Crucified Christ Before Jesus. Now, this book, you're going to understand Christianity before Jesus. That is to say, you're going to understand that all the things that they say Jesus Christ did 2,000 years ago already happened over 5,000 years ago by other Christ. By the way, the name Christ is an African word. It means Christ, K-R-I-S-T. Christ, it simply means the anointed one, the one who first appeared among the Africans before Jesus Christ 2,000 years ago. Another book that is very vital that will help you as a black man to understand the history of your ancestors is a book titled The African Origin of Electromagnetism. That is, the African origin of electricity. This book was written by Non Ankh Amen, a very important and vital book that will open your eyes to understand the true origin of African civilization and how Africans were into the science of electricity for thousands of years. Another important book that I will recommend is a book titled The 12th Planet, written by Zachariah Sitchin, a book about the Anunnaki beings in Sumeria. The Anunnaki are believed to be ancient beings from the planet Nibiru or planet X or the unseen planets who came to Earth with the Igigi to mine gold. After some time, the Igigi rebelled and they were crushed by the Anunnaki. So the Anunnaki needed a new workforce that will mine gold. It was at this moment Enki, brother to Enlil, added his genetics to Earth's Homo erectus, that is apes, and it evolved to Homo sapiens sapiens, and it was called the Adamu. The Adamu simply means first man. In the Bible, the first man was called Adam. In this book, The 12 Planets, you're going to know about the Anunnaki. Another book is the Book of Enoch. The book of Enoch will open your eyes to understand the Nephilims, the giants who brought tribulations to humanity and were destroyed by the deluge. The deluge is about the great flood that came to wipe out the human race due to their atrocities. The last of the books I will mention to you and that I will recommend is a book titled General History of Africa. Here you're going to know a lot of history about your African ancestors that even the university professors will never teach you. Now, lastly is my book, which I wrote and authored, The Untold History of the Black Race and the Fall of African Civilization, a book that will open your eyes to understand the true history of the black man that they will never teach you in the university. Peace.